And Lance, Mike McCarthy, you will not find a candidate with as much experience as him in terms of being a head coach. Head coach for the Green Bay Packers for 13 seasons, including 9 playoff appearances, 8 straight at one point.
Yeah, he is the art of consistency, as you mentioned, John, and he won the NFC North 6 times in those 13 seasons in Green Bay. Of course, the Super Bowl appearance in which they ultimately beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it's unheard of in today's NFL for somebody to last well over a decade in one spot. Clearly, it brings back memories of what Tom Coughlin did here with the New York Giants. So when you're talking about somebody with head coaching experience, leadership, and somebody that has also been able to maintain continuity with one team, I think Mike McCarthy is an extremely attractive candidate there.
And he began as the Packers head coach in 2006, so he oversaw the transition from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers and obviously had a hand in making Aaron Rodgers one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL that he is today.
Well, and that relates to, if you look at the Giants' opportunity with Daniel Jones, if you have somebody that, to your point, has worked in developing young quarterbacks, I would even take it a step further, John. Not only did he help develop Aaron Rodgers, he also had some influence in the guy that was taken with the first overall pick in that same draft, Alex Smith, because Mike McCarthy was the Niners' offensive coordinator when Alex Smith was a rookie. So
2005.
He's been, correct, exposed to 2 promising young quarterbacks early in their career, and that's something also that relates somewhat to the situation with the New York Giants right now.
Now, you talked about some of the success in Green Bay. So did I. Just for some more detail, you mentioned the 6 first-place finishes, 4 times second place, second time in third. In terms of his playoffs, you mentioned the 1 Super Bowl championship. He has 3 losses in NFC championship games. 3 times he got to the divisional round, and he had 2 wild card losses. He was fired from the Packers in 2018, but an overall record of 125, 77, and 2. So not just regular season success, he has had postseason success as well.
Yeah, it translated to the second season, as I like to call it, and also they had a few deep postseason runs, which is important too. It wasn't as if it was a flash here or there. Now, as far as his philosophy and why I think he had such a long-standing status with the Green Bay Packers, part of it was the development of Aaron Rodgers. Part of it was also some flashes of a rushing attack, especially in the year they won the Super Bowl with James Starks. And also, he comes from that West Coast model system where the quarterback is able to get rid of the football quickly and use the talent around him. Aaron Rodgers had a luxury, as well as Mike McCarthy, John, to be surrounded by a lot of playmakers. Jordy Nelson comes to mind, Devontae Adams, and also an offensive line that, while it had some issues, they were still able to overcome some of those things.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned the West Coast offense influence. Absolutely the case. And Giant fans should be familiar with the type of offense that Mike McCarthy runs. Remember, Ben McAdoo was his quarterback's coach. Mike McCarthy was the head coach, was the OC, called plays, gave that duty up. Then Mike McCarthy took those duties back. So it could be a situation where if he becomes the head coach, he would call plays, but there were situations in the past where he did trust those duties to other people.
Yeah, I think over the course of his tenure in Green Bay, John, and it's a great point, he has been balancing both, where he's the head coach and play caller, but at the same time, he also has had situations where he's delegated those responsibilities. Ben McAdoo was under his guidance, Joe Philbin, who also has previous head coaching experience, Tom Clement. I mean, we're talking about a number of experienced guys that he's worked with who he's entrusted the play calling ability to, but at the same time, remember, this goes back to part of what the attractiveness of him as a candidate is, his ability to run offenses and adjust to schemes. So that is similar to what we've seen with other head coaches who can balance both. Mike McCarthy certainly fits under that umbrella.
That's Mike McCarthy, the 2007 Coach of the Year. He's Lance Medow. I'm John Schmeelk. Stay tuned to Giants.com as the Giants interview coaches. We'll announce them right here on Giants.com. It's your one official place to go to monitor the Giants head coaching search.
Hey Giants fans, Saquon Barkley here. You want to see more videos? Subscribe below.